we got a little chainsaw video. Two chainsaws here. The old 251 Wood Boss and the 271 Farm Boss. Pretty good machines. I likes them a lot. We'll talk about them. This 271, I think is probably becoming a real good one. We got it with the 20-inch bar to protect some of that bigger, some of the bigger lumber, wood. Pretty stout engine. That a big tree out there that we just finished cutting not long ago was not cut down with this. We actually hired someone to cut that one down just because it was so close to the power lines. But that's all we paid them to do, was just to cut it down. So once it hit the ground, we bucked it up to use for firewood, and what we weren't going to use for firewood we hauled into the woods to let it mulch down whatever. So all the trees that we've cut, all the limbs and whatnot that we didn't use for firewood, it's just in a pile out in the back. We're kind of using to return to natural habitat, whatever, you know how it is, group. Hey friends, can you hear me, friends? Yeah, so anyway, 271 Farm Boss with the 20-inch blade. The thing runs like a champ. Not the biggest saw. It is, however, on Stihl's Farm and Ranch saws, it's a big boy. Still a Farm and Ranch. I was thinking about buying a pro saw. I don't use the chainsaw every day, not every week. When I do use them, I use them pretty much all day for a couple days at a time, and then they go back to sitting until the next time. So yeah, that's the 271. A couple years ago I got the 251 Wood Boss. It's apart right now. We're doing a little maintenance on it. As far as maintenance is concerned, the anti-vibration system. So right in this handle is connected by these springs. Now this spring, it got jammed up in a tree, and that spring broke. So I'm waiting on parts to come in. But it's all around good saw, light, a little over 10 pounds, so something you can work with every day. 18-inch bar, so you ain't gonna get real big. I've cut some big ones down with it, or cut big ones up with it. But you know, there's one thing better than one saw, is two saws, so we got a new saw. Got two of them now. I will probably use the 251, the Farm Boss. Excuse me, the 251 Wood Boss for most of my firewood needs. The 271 will come in for failing trees and cutting up the bigger logs, whatnot. And I could actually put a smaller bar on the 271, but it is a good bit heavier. It's a couple pounds heavier. I think it's around 13 pounds. She's only 3 pounds more, but 3 pounds on the hump. Toting around, cutting wood, you could definitely tell the difference. I could work with a 251 all day. 271, you can do it, but you're gonna feel it in the morning. Both of them outstanding saws. Same pitch. I'm not for sure, but I believe, you know, I could even take the 18-inch bar and chain off the Farm Boss and put it on the, off the Wood Boss and put it on the Farm Boss. And I believe that it's the same pitch, same. So I could have a smaller bar on the bigger saw. But I'll probably leave them in this configuration, and depending on what I need will be depending on which one I use. Well, I think the parts for the 251 will be in probably maybe today, definitely by midweek next week, so I can get it back running. And you could probably use it now, you know. Yeah, it's broke that little spring, my vibration spring, right off. They say on this one, it's got the same kind of setup. However, it's got a cable that runs through the spring that when you pull on the handle and whatnot, it pulls on that cable instead of pulling on the spring. So maybe a better design. I believe when I ordered the spring and stuff, I ordered the one with the cable in it. I'm hoping that it will be able to hook up on the 251 with the same cable concept. Yeah, those are it, man. Stihl, you know, Stihl, Husky, what's the difference? Well, yeah, I don't know. I like the Stihls. They've been a real champion around here, especially for this little one. It's been through some stuff. You can see there ain't a lick of paint left on the bar. That's probably from inexperience using it and melting it off or whatever, but good saws. So again, we had the little 251 Wood Boss, good 10 pound, 18-inch bar. Pretty decent horsepower. You can bog down pretty quick on, especially on the hardwoods. But to combat that, we got the 271 Farm Boss. A little heavier, a good bit more horsepower, and we got the 20-inch bar on this one, which makes a big difference. 2 inches makes a difference when you're talking about some big trees. Anyway, I'm fitting to sharpen these up and wait for my parts to come in on the 251. So I'm going to sharpen this 271 and get it cleaned up and get it stored up and wait for the next round of tree work. So maybe I'll shoot a little video when the parts come in for the 251 and show you what all that's about pretty close up and whatnot. You can see the little spring right here. Show you what I'm talking about, what broke. So it screws into the top of the cylinder. So this little spring right here. It's the anti-vibration. It goes from the cylinder head across into the bar, or into the handle, you know. Wraps around a little nub on the handle. Anyway, it broke right there at the handle. So now it's floppy. So right here is where it hooks in and just goes across to this little hole in the cylinder head. But it keeps it from flopping around like it's doing now. So yeah, that's what we got. That's what's up with the chainsaw. That's what we use here on the farm. I'm glad to have two decent decent non-professional. Actually, I think the 251 is considered one of the highest level of homeowners. Yeah, this is like the top of the line farm and ranch, which they're the same thing. I mean, basically got homeowners and it goes up to professional. You know, I could have probably, well, when I was looking at them, I was actually going to get the 391, which is a home and ranch, or ranch and farm saw, which was again about another 1.5 pounds heavier than this, a good bit more horsepower. The one they had set up had a 25-inch bar at our local Ace steel dealer. However, it was almost $800. I was looking at the 362 Pro Saw, which would be about the same price as that 391. But they didn't have any professional saws, so I kind of decided on this one. I've used it a couple times. I cut the stump off of that big tree out there with this, which it's kind of, you know, I did a plunge cut into it and then came around it. I had to wedge it as it went because it was heavy, so I wedged it out, cut it off. I tried to move it, you know, by pushing it. That joker's heavy, so we didn't push it too far. I'm gonna get the tractor out there and lift it off the stump and move it to the renewable energy recycling center, aka the log splitter. Get it processed up for firewood, I guess. And then take this and grind, you know, cut up some more of that bottom stump into the ground, and I plunge cut the whole bar down into it and make some notches, some X's, so it can collect water and rot out that root ball. And then I'll grind, you know, kind of come in at an angle with the ground, so later in life, grass will start growing over it and won't have any problems with the lawnmower or whatnot. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. A little bit about my old saws. I like the Stihls. I've never used the Huskies. I think I'll probably stick with the Stihls. No problems with them. Easy to maintain. Sharpen wise. You know, about every tank of gas, I run a little file in there. But then I also have this old 2-in-1. So that way, you know, every couple tanks I'll get in there and I'll start hitting the rakers down a little bit with this, and it kind of helps out a good bit with the bringing the rakers down with the teeth. If you're not a professional saw guy and you have one, I would definitely recommend this for sharpening. Of course, we do have regular files for, you know, in betweens when we just every tank of gas, you know, just run it on there and get your points back on. And of course, every couple, do a real sharpen on there, get that on there, and hit them rakers a little bit too, bring them down. But that's our saws. You can look at this one, I used did a good bit. Gotta get down in that gullet, as my buddy would say there on Buck and Billy. Gotta get that gullet. This is about due for a new chain. It's getting a little thin down there in the gullet, but I can get me a couple more good sharpeners out of it. Good little saw right here. Yep. I like it. It's light. You can get in there and get you some good tree work done out of it all day with it. No harm, no foul. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is our saws again. But yeah, they're great saws. Nothing but good things to say. You got to follow them starting instructions. That's for real. Same with the Huskies, from what I understand. Stihl's real easy. That master control switch, all the way down. Pull it till it burps. Go up one. About probably 2 more pulls, and it'll crank up. Get it off that high idle. Let it warm up a bit, and get busy with it, guys. That's what I like. That's our collection of Stihl saws that we have right now around the farm. I think maybe eventually I'll get one of the end trees with the top handle. One-handed operation for limbing and whatnot. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. And we'll check y'all out on the next one. Enjoy them trees. We're out.